Let's see if we're live. Good morning, everyone. Hi, hi. I am just going to wait to see if the wheel is still spinning around or if we're going to work. Yes, it looks like we're live. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. So, today, as you can tell, it's a money mindset class. Now, this is something I'm going to be starting to do probably on a Tuesday, definitely once a week. I think Tuesday looks a pretty good day. And so today is the very first money mindset class. So I'm recording it here on the my personal page, but it's going to actually go into the Facebook group. If you haven't found that there and you're not in the group yet, hop on over because they're all going to be stored in there. So I will just jot down what the actual link is, but it's the Empowered Mind. It's the Empowered Mind community. So at the end of this, I will drop that in. And if you want to find this or any other videos that I have been doing or I'm going to be doing, yeah, then head over to there. So today we are talking what to do and what not to do in this current climate that we are still finding ourselves in. So yeah, it seems never ending. And I had a feeling today I had to do this, talk about this because, yeah, there's a couple of things that's going on and I want to clarify. And I would love women entrepreneurs, they're the people I work with, to really start thinking about things in a different way. I know some of you are thinking really, really positively and doing some amazing stuff. And I know some people are getting really stuck and really bamboozled about the whole situation, about what they should be doing. So today's money class, I'm going to give you two do's and two don'ts about this current situation that we are finding ourselves in. So if you haven't come across me before, my name is Sarah Asquith-Vallance. I am a neuroscientist. I focus particularly on brain science, and I work with women entrepreneurs on their money mindset and success mindsets within their business. Um, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm also the founder of the Empowered Mind Academy. And if you haven't come across my work, then head to sarahasquithvalance.com. You can see everything there. But today I want to thank you for joining me on this live. So we are talking about what we should do and we shouldn't do about our pricing right now. It seems so long ago when I was talking to people. As I say, women entrepreneurs is my main group of women that I support. I love the women's entrepreneurial movement. I'm passionate about helping these ladies, because when women do earn their own money and great money, they can do amazing things in the world. So I'm super passionate about this. And you're also here joining me, so I know you are too. Um, so yeah, I empower and I equip entrepreneurial women to understand the superpower that goes on in their head. It is their brain. We talk about all the mindset issues, everything that holds us back, but particularly we focus on money and different aspects of money in the business, in the way we think about money. And today I'm talking about the way we are pricing our services. So I know at this moment, so many women entrepreneurs are having so many conflicting thoughts. That amygdala in there is getting fired, and there's lots of fear swimming around. There's lots of what do we do, what not do we do, who do we listen to, who do we not listen to. Stay right here. I'm going to talk all about the brain, all about everything that's going on, how we are reacting to our current situation, and what we can do to move ourselves out of it. So, the first one I want to say is, I know some people are saying that there is no money, people aren't buying, I'm having to pivot my business. And I have to say, yes, that's true. Many people have had to pivot their business. Many people do have to pivot their business anyway, whether there is this current situation or not. People also buy or they don't buy. So people are still buying. I want to tell you that people are still buying. And the thing that I'm finding that women are having trouble with is that they are women entrepreneurs, that they're getting so caught up in this whole fear factor. and it is feeding into their everyday life. My one recommendation today, it's not one of my do's and don'ts, but one recommendation today is listen to the news for 30 seconds if you need be. If it relates to you and you are, you're caught up in a particular situation, that's fine. Everything else, fear sells. They are there to be making money from the situation. I have to say, people are making money out of this current situation, and it might surprise you exactly who it is. I also want you to not stop making money. Please, please stay in your lane. Keep focused on what you need to do. And as I say, if it's important to you, listen and take notice. But for the rest of the time, don't take it in and just go, go, go. Because what I'm finding is that people are kind of, for the best way, climbing into other people's purses, climbing into other people's bags, climbing into other people's wallets. And what I mean by that is they are deciding whether somebody, a potential client, can afford or can't afford your service based on your mindset. So the downside is you are totally robbing them of something that they are looking for, that they need, and that they have a desire to work with you. So please climb out of their bag, and just don't decide whether they can or they can't afford it. Sometimes working with you may be a stretch, and for some people that's exactly what they need. They've maybe budgeted, they've maybe had a massive lottery win, they've maybe had a payout, they've maybe come into some kind of money that you don't even know about. So what I want to invite you today is, please do not decide whether you can or can't, that your clients can or can't afford something on your mindset. It's your job to offer the service. It's your job to deliver the goodness that you have to them. It's their decision to whether they work with you or whether they don't, whether they can afford it or whether they can't. That's not your decision. So please, please, please stay out of that lane. So the other don't I want to start with, as soon as I've started with don'ts, is do not discount your services. I'm going to say that again, get up close. Do not discount your services. I see this happening so much. Yes, as I said before, people are buying, people are not buying, but that has always been the case, whether we are during a pandemic or not. So the reason why I say don't do this, there's so many different reasons. But first of all, it trains your clients to think that there is a problem. And there's not. Okay, there is not a problem, but it trains your clients to think there is a problem. It shows fear. It shows that you are feeling the fear, and it obviously then feeds into them. So I am going to talk about mirror neurons. So if you are having a conversation with somebody and you are putting out energy of fear and upset and scaredness and I'm terrified, or you're in a bad mood, you know, when you walk into a room and people can feel that energy. Okay, this is exactly the same as doing over Zoom, as doing over a phone conversation, as actually being in the room. That person will pick up. They have neurons in the brain called mirror neurons. Basically, it mirrors the other person's reaction. So if you are coming to this and you are selling and you are pricing but with fear, the other person, your potential client, is going to feel it. It just happens all the time. It does. So don't. It will also, if you start discounting your prices, it will start attracting the wrong clients. Okay, you have decided the person you want to work with. You know your ideal client inside out. If not, then maybe that's something you need to kind of work on. But particularly if you're pivoting, yes, do reassess that. But most of us know our ideal clients. And you will start to attract the wrong clients, because the ideal clients are the clients who also, as part of the lovely long list of non-negotiables that your client will fit, your client also will pay your fees. They are the person that values you, that values your worth, and knows that they're working with you to get a result. So when we do this, we are giving up our power. please don't give up your power. Um, so the way I kind of work is it's not a hard and fast rule, but I will offer a 1 day intensive that will often lead to a 6 month program. Um, doesn't always happen like that, and I don't always sell it like that because I love talking to my potential clients and seeing exactly what they need, and sometimes it's not that, but basically it's a 1 day intensive up to a 6 month program. So I always invite people to say, don't discount what you currently have, but you can reduce the time you're going to be working with your clients, because basically what would happen is, what I'm finding is that yes, people do still want to work with you. People still do have the money. That isn't the problem. But people are not as invested in that time period. And the two things that we need to do in order to sell something to somebody is a great price point that really resonates with them and a great time period. So I'm finding few people are talking to me today, talking to me and saying, it's not the money issue, it's just that it's the time issue. It's buying into a certain length of time. So whereas in the past they were happy with 6 months, they may be happy with something like 3 to 4 months. So I don't want you to discount your 6 month course. Actually, if you're in this position, you may even want to look at running a shorter length course, something like 3 or 4 months. And basically, people pay for speed. They want this work done very, very quickly. So don't discount. Just make it a shorter term. And what I would say is, don't just say if you charge 5,000 for your 6 month program that it has to be 2,500 for your 3 month. So I usually add slightly more on. So for your 6 month is 5,000. Your 3 month program could be something like 3,000. But yeah, and look to do like payment plans. If you want to do payment plans, if it feels good to do payment plans, because it's always great to have that money flowing. It's that flow, it's that energy of money coming in and coming out. It's that exchange of energy and that monetary energetic exchange that is so, so important. So yeah, please, step number 2, don't discount your services. Number 3, I have to say, I'm finding people are still not offering packages, and they're just kind of still offering one-off sessions. They're still offering, limited amounts of time with you. You're working with people to get a transformation, whether it's business coaching, it's health coaching, it's life coaching. Basically, they want a transformation from you. You cannot get a transformation in 3 sessions. You just can't. So I would invite you to start using the premium coaching model method. And what I've been taught by every single one of my mentors is to get to the first 6 figures is to work one-to-one, quite high level with your clients. Now, by doing this, you will find whether you love your niche and what you're working in. You'll learn to love or find out that you maybe don't love the clients that you're working with. You will learn to love or not love what you're offering, and how you're offering it. So I would always say start with something like a 6 month program, or at the moment possibly a 3 month, if you know you can get the client to that transformation that they want. Yeah, but please, please, please do not let this pandemic affect you. I would package the offer up, as I say, for the 6 months. Do not keep doing, and I still see it, and I have to say, some of the, I'm going to say, worst culprits, and I have to say, I used to be one of these as well, is in the health and wellness industry, my loves. I have had conversations with people who think that they should give their work away for free. And I have to say, sometimes you have a greater transformation in complementary medicine than you ever would in allopathic medicine. I know we're talking very niche here, um, but yeah, we're talking transformation. So we are talking getting results for the person you are working with. And also, you know, you can get up to 70 or 80% profitability by doing this kind of work rather than having to sell and resell and resell and get another client and fill that space. When when you have somebody who is invested, financially and physically and emotionally and mentally, and they have some skin in the game, that is when they get the transformations, and that is when they will return back to you. But please don't don't do this one-off payments anymore. Do start packaging your programs. So that was number 3. And number 4, as always, because I've got my training, so I've got my notes. I want you to how can I describe this? One of my mentors calls it pricing on value. Okay, so this is when you come to sell what you have. So you need to focus by pricing on the value. Now, there is 6 areas that you need to look at when you are pricing on the value. You need to look at how your work, it could be coaching, it could be consulting work, it could be, anything like that. You need to see how it impacts their income, how it impacts the amount of money they then have to spend after working with you. It impacts the family time that they are able to have. It also impacts the freedom that working with you will bring about. How does it impact the ultimate lifestyle that they want, the ultimate dreams and goals, and finally, how they see themselves once they've worked with you. Okay, so all of those areas to think about. This is the value you are adding to your clients' lives by working with them, and by working with them in a container for a decent length of time and at a high level. Okay, so I'm going to give you a right way and a wrong way of how to do this. And I hear this so often. And I want to thank my mentor because she gave me this as well, so I can pass it on to you. I'm going to tell you the wrong way of how to position this, and I hear this so much. Okay, so I want you to imagine I'm on a phone call with a potential client. Okay, so it's a 6-month program. We are going to work together twice a month, so that's 6 sessions, and the price for that is £416. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to be £5,000. How does that make you feel? First of all, it's brief, it's brusque, you're not getting anything about what you're going to achieve. And secondly, you finish on that, it's £5,000, and they then straight go to their calculator and they're like, oh my gosh, right, so it's £5,000. So my uncle, who's a lawyer, only charges, £250 or something like that. There's always going to be a comparison. There is always going to be how can she charge that if such and such that I know just something else, and they charge even less. They will make a comparison. So this is why I say you have to bring in the value. You have to bring in the value, but you've got to know you're providing the value. It's not just a happy shopping list just to get someone signed up. This is the value that you do provide. So the next one I'm going to do, this is the right way to do it. So I was thinking that I'm going to think of an example that I spoke to somebody. We pivoted a lot. We pivoted a lot of people last year, the beginning of this year, with their businesses, and that was fine. So I'm going to do an example. I'm going to say something like, okay, we're going to focus on pivoting your offers. We're going to pivot your prices, and we're going to pivot who you are going to work with. You're going to have fewer clients, You're going to make more money, but the clients that you do work with are going to be absolutely thrilled with the results that you get. You can also expect to have a 70 to 80% profitability, which means you can then spend more time and money and energy with the people that you love. You will feel proud and excited about your business. You will reduce that stress of all those 3 a.m. issues that keep you awake will have gone away, and you can start experiencing that freedom that you want from the business and have that business that you totally dreamed of. So we are going to work together for 6 months. We're going to meet on a session 2 times every month, and in between times you have time to implement. You're going to have more time, you're going to make more money, you're going to have more freedom, and the price that it is today is $5,000 or £5,000. Do you see the difference? There is so much difference. Psychologically, the brain is whizzing around. It is thinking of so many opportunities. As you are saying the value, your brain is, as the client, is thinking, yes, and it's ticking a box. Yes, that's what I want. Tick. Yes. And first of all, because you sound like you know your client, and if you've done your work, you will know your clients. So yeah, the brain says yes to everything. The brain also wants to keep you safe. I don't know how many times I say this. I say all the time, but your brain does want to keep you safe. If it sounds like somebody is going to take £5,000 out of your purse, that sounds scary. And the brain will automatically go, no, and put the brakes on, and say, no, 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 I'm going to do everything in my power to maintain the status quo. However, if you're saying to your subconscious, yes, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what's happening, there are ways that your brain overrides, and it's an easier yes for your clients to say yes. You're not talking them into anything because you're talking to them and their thoughts and their needs and their desires. So that is my 4 tips for today for the money mindset class, my lovelies. If you have been joining me here, thank you so much. If you're catching the replay, just type in replay. If you've got any comments, drop them in as well, because I really look forward to seeing them and reading them all. If you haven't headed to the Facebook community, I'm going to drop the link in the bottom as well. But I just want you to know, obviously I started at the beginning to say I work with women entrepreneurs. I help them improve their income and their impact in their business. So if you do want to hop on a call with me, we can have a chat and we'll see exactly what I can do for you. I obviously do work like this. I also do a lot of brain science work, but a lot of mindset work to change things around for you, so you never get stuck in that place that you are currently stuck in at the moment, struggling to manifest or make money in your business. So I'm going to leave that with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to catching you again on another money mindset class. And until next time, have a super day. Bye now.